think, earlier we were just kind of chit-chatting. We were talking about how now, in social media and this hashtag, this awareness, quote unquote, of ADHD has kind of been increasing dramatically. Like we were talking about some of the numbers and the data that you were referring to. And the point of discussion was that the concept of ADHD has gotten, just like many other different type of topics right now, right? Whether if it's AI, whether if it's mental health, depression, etc. People made it very, very flat. But the diagnosis or the disease itself, there's so many different elements and layers. I hear people now hashtag or joke, I can't finish watching a movie. I must have ADHD. Or I forgot my key. I can't concentrate. I must have ADHD.
Don't we all have ADHD? Don't we all have a little bit of ADHD in us?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
in some senses, it trivializes some of the challenges. But on the other hand, maybe this shows a little bit more acceptance. So one of the researchers actually did some look into this. And what is the difference? Do we all really have ADHD kind of thing, right? And the research showed that some of the executive function difficulties, like the procrastination, the lack of planning, organization and so on, that affects pretty much everyone across the board, but the extent of how it impacts on one's life, the severity is different. So for adults with ADHD, it could be anywhere from 80 plus to high 90% being affected. Whereas for those who don't have ADHD, they do have it to somewhere 7 to 14%. So it does impact, but not to the same extent.
Right.
So it really have to go dig deeper.
Right. And I
Right?
think that's what we're talking about, like the multi-layers, right? The more
Correct.
better you can understand, the better because even within ADHD, there's different elements or different, not all ADHD looks the same.
Exactly. So, and that's the difficulty because on the one hand, a lot of people identify with some of the common symptoms. I mean, I'm sure pretty much everyone at some point or another has procrastinated,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Or had other issues like blurting things out. So when is it really ADHD, right? And so right now, at least at this point in time, the diagnostic criteria includes having some of these issues before the age of 12. Right? And so that's why for the diagnosis, they normally say, can we have a look at your report books? Can you bring a family member, or a sibling or a friend who's known you for a long time to sort of be the external verification. And usually it also has to impact your life in at least 2 areas.
Yeah.
It could be academic, it could be relationships,
Okay.
it could be career, financial, So they need to see that. At least at this point in time, that's the criteria that people are looking at.